Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.
Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Marie.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up? It's the moonwalking, trash talking princess of Staten Island. I want to remind you all that Mela is money, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Just keep watching Going In the Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever fine podcasts are. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell next to it just to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications, and to make sure whenever we post something on the community tab, which admittedly I've not done for a couple days. I need to get back on that. I had a rough day yesterday with Adam Mayhem here. I had to deal with him.
Oh, did that go well?
I'm joking. It went great. Thanks very much, Adam Mayhem, for filling in for Larson, who moved into a brand new palace. Your own Saudi palace. Bankrolled by Saudi blood money.
It's not true.
Anyways, we're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. It's a terrific way to support Going In Raw. At $1 a month, you get ad-free this show. If we're the only show you watch on YouTube, you don't want to kick in for YouTube Premium, and you don't use that damn ad block thing, hop on over to the Patreon, $1 a month to get this show ad-free. I want to give a shout-out to some patrons. We got some new patrons over the last 2 days.
Cool.
Matthew Moz.
Thank you.
Joseph McInnes.
Thank you.
The Grizz. Ben Whiteman.
Thank you.
Fawn Bore.
Thank you.
Curly Isles Jr. That is a great name.
Fantastic name. Thank you.
I'm kind of bummed that I didn't
Curly
name
Isles.
Isles.
Curly Isles Jr. That's
I'm bummed I didn't name Alabama Curly. Maybe my next dog. Robert Carey, Jessica Johnson, Tess Bruni, and Aaron Peters are all new patrons. Thank you very much for the support.
Thank you very much.
We very, very much appreciate it. What's up? You have a quiz.
So Adam Mayhem wore a Bugs Bunny sweater yesterday?
You didn't watch the show?
Well, I saw a couple. No, I didn't have time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to watch all the stuff we need to watch for this episode.
No.
I just saw some stills.
Yeah. He came dressed appropriately, I suppose.
I guess so.
He wanted to make an impact, and that he did. No, it was fun. It was fun because he doesn't quite do the let's try to keep things positive thing.
Oh no.
But I felt it was refreshing. We've got a good chemistry. I thought it was great. I really did.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like regardless of his opinion, it's an informed opinion because he has a pretty decent amount of experience in the wrestling industry.
I call him the Forrest Gump of independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Because he seems to have a story for everything.
He really does.
I'm assuming they're all true. Maybe some aren't. I don't know. But he does seem to know what he's talking about, and I appreciate that, if nothing else. No, it was fun. It was good. It was good times. I'm glad to have you back, though.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad to be back. Yesterday, man, moving's no fun.
Moving sucks butt. Oh, my God. It's like ass. It's terrible.
So we got movers, which was great.
Yeah.
Because it made things go super fast.
Mm-hmm.
They got everything, the major stuff done in like 4.5 hours. But there was a few things that we ran out of boxes, so it didn't get packed.
Oh, no.
So I had to go back to get that stuff. And I thought I can fit it all in the car.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Thankfully, my in-laws were in town. They came, took a load.
Oh, man.
Nonetheless, I had to pack the car like Beverly Hillbilly style.
Nice, yeah.
To get all the last little bits out of the house.
You could pass for a Beverly Hillbilly.
With this beard, I know.
Let me tell you about a story about a man named Larson.
It's going to be gone the weekend after Halloween, though.
Oh.
Not all, but
Wonder
trimmed.
why. Wonder why.
I don't know.
Wonder what's
Maybe
going
something
on
to do
with
with
Halloween. Maybe. Anyways, before we get to these super chats, let's just cut right to the chase.
Oh, dear.
With this Crown Jewel news, Larson. Good news. They moved it. They got back to their senses, came back to them. They're moving it to beautiful Sacramento here at the Golden One Center.
We Book Raw territory, man.
Oh, my bad. That's right. We're not even. Yeah, We Book Raw doesn't. Crown Jewel doesn't exist.
No, they like money, so the show's going on.
So, yeah, here's the deal. We found out this morning via this was a statement made in their earnings report. Is that correct?
Something like that.
I think it was something like that. And here it is. WWE has operated in the Middle East for nearly 20 years and has developed a sizable and dedicated fan base. When they said sizable, I thought they meant money base. Considering the heinous crime committed at the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, the company faced a very difficult decision as it relates to its event scheduled for November 2 in Riyadh. Similar to other U.S.-based companies who plan to continue operations in Saudi Arabia, and ignoring that many prominent ones haven't, the company has decided to uphold its contractual obligations to the General Sports Authority and stage the event. Full year 2018 guidance is predicated on the staging of the Riyadh event scheduled.
If they want all their money for 2018, they got to do the show.
That's what guidance is. Guidance is projected earnings. Later in this comes from Pro Wrestling Sheet had one segment of it. I think this is Cage Side Seats had this little statement here. It just truncates like what happened later in the filing. WWE noted that it is quote continuing to monitor ongoing developments in the region, and there can be this is from CBS Sports.
Gotcha.
And there can be no assurances in this regard. If the event were to be canceled, there could be material adverse impact on the 2018 adjusted OIBDA guidance. That just means money. While not anticipated, it is possible that a cancellation could also impact expected results beyond 2018. We kind of assume that means between now and 2028 when that deal expires.
They would just lose all that money.
They would lose all that money.
So the justification for doing the show is money.
Yeah, kind of figured that would be the case.
Yeah, but I was at least kind of expecting some sort of public relations balm to make the news go down better in some respect.
I don't think there is.
No, obviously there's not. If there's their statement about this, and they say it in the call later on. Oh, no, I think our statement said it all.
Yeah.
They're pretty much just playing it all out there. We're doing the show because we don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. At the same time, I mean, there's a lot of companies that are losing money, pulling out of their business dealings or suspending their business dealings because of what happened in Istanbul. Yeah. And they're doing it because they think it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like WWE's hurting for money.
Nope.
They got $1 billion in TV money coming next year.
Yep. But how are they expected to sign every wrestler on the planet if they don't have this Saudi
apparently
money?
There's wrestlers in their own locker room that don't want to go to the show.
Yeah. We still haven't heard. So as of now,
Meltzer confirmed the Barstool Sports story about Cena.
But Cena himself has not confirmed that. So that's like,
well, I don't think he's going to.
Yeah. Oh well, no. I mean, I would imagine you don't think he would put out at least a tweet saying, "I'm not going to be there."
I don't think he would until it's confirmed until WWE says, "Oh, something popped up. Cena can't go."
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like somebody's going to confirm it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still time. My point is this: because no comment has been made from him nor the WWE, there's still time for them to try to convince him.
Yeah, obviously.
In some manner.
About to say Meltzer seemed to confirm that Cena doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, totally.
But we had heard that Daniel Bryan was refusing to go. We have yet to hear any secondary news to in any way confirm that.
Yeah.
But this is disappointing because we had heard that they were considering postponing, canceling, moving the event.
So as of yesterday, there is a podcast called Barn Burner, which apparently Brad Shepard
is a contributor to. Yes.
And they had said they had heard that they were looking at New York. I wonder. I mean, one day we'll probably know the story. I'm sure if a book is written or something. If there was multiple,
give Meltzer 2 weeks, it'll be in the newsletter.
There you go. If there were multiple things happening, if they were looking at other venues, if they had lawyers looking through the contract to see if there was any wiggle room. Because with this much money on the line, we've sort of mentioned this before, that this would have to be an ironclad thing. You're dealing with the government of Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure. It's not like it's, freaking Steven Larson here trying to look up legal templates.
I know. Go to LegalZoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would suspect that would be the case. Nonetheless, you'd think WWE would have some measure of foresight to think, well, in the event that something goes bad, we should leave ourselves some sort of out.
Yeah.
And if they didn't do that, That's a blunder.
Their Carney roots are showing, man.
That's a blunder.
Yeah, it is. 10 years is a long
time.
That's a long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing. Nonetheless, we're putting together a plan about how we are going to cover Crown Jewel. More or less, we're not.
Oh yeah. Well, let's talk about this really quick because Vince also dodged the hell out of a question about Saudi Arabia
during the Q&A portion of the earnings call. Yes.
Pro Wrestling Sheet, probably amongst others, but Pro Wrestling Sheet has the audio of the question. I don't have the question verbatim here, but they said
it's very reminiscent of when he was taking questions during that XFL live press conference where he looked super annoyed and having to answer questions that he didn't want to answer.
He gave like a little grunt at the start of his answer because they the first person up said, "Let me ask you about this. What's the deal with Saudi Arabia?" And McMahon basically said, "We're not going to talk a lot about that. It's a very sensitive subject. I think our statement says what we want to say."
So he just money. That's it.
Yeah, and money. Then somebody else followed up with something similar, something about sanctions, and they said, and somebody else stepped in and said, "Yeah, no, what Vince said is it pretty much summed it up." But Vince didn't actually say anything.
No, they both said our statement pretty much says it all. So money.
We're not going to talk a lot about that. He didn't talk at all about it.
He didn't talk at all about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Money.
So I'm sorry. You were mentioning what are we gonna do?
We're gonna stream some gaming stuff.
It seems like I pitched something to you before the cameras rolled. Mm-hmm. You haven't had a lot of time to think about it. I'm sure you'll come up with something to make it even more but better.
Yeah.
Or you won't. We'll just roll with my idea.
Well, I mean, I like the idea, but yeah, let's ponder on it, see how we can more but better. Exactly.
But we will be making an announcement. What I would like to do is Monday.
I was gonna say we can do it during our Evolution live reaction stream.
Well, let's do it Monday. Oh, we can do it there. We can do it Monday. Whatever. Live streams are tough because they're just a big mess of stuff. Yeah, so let's make like an official announcement at the head of the show on Monday. Mm-hmm. We'll have everything sorted out by then. Yeah. But it looks like as of now, November 2nd, during Crown Jewel, which I believe probably kicks off Pacific time around 9.
That's what the Greatest Rumble did.
Is that right? Okay. Well, we'll see. Whenever Crown Jewel is on, we will be live streaming on our Itch2A channel.
I'll bring coffee and donuts.
Coffee and donuts sounds like a plan. I'll bring croissants because I know you love croissants.
I do love croissants. I don't really eat sweets anymore.
And we're going to be doing most likely 2K19.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get Red Dead Redemption 2 by then. We're a wrestling channel, so we do wrestling games.
Yeah, we do other games. We don't do that stuff.
Everything we make off that will be going to charity.
Yes.
We're going to find some sort of charity.
Yeah, we're working on that, maybe increasing the scope of things, maybe.
Yeah, we're talking to a friendo in the YouTube gaming wrestling sphere, a new father.
Yes.
So there's a hint for you.
Congratulations.
About possibly doing a coordinated thing for a charity of some sort.
Yes.
Because none of us really want to. Like a lot of people we've noticed on Twitter. And look, here's the thing. If you find no problem with this, if you're totally cool with Crown Jewel and you want to watch it, I'm not talking crap about you. That's totally fine. This is Steven Larson.
Yep.
This is what we're doing.
Yep.
We don't feel...
Well, see, it's two things, though. It's one thing just to watch it, but for us to cover it in our normal fashion, we'd be profiting off that coverage, and that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like I might watch the show.
Yeah.
Because for storyline, we kind of need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we're definitely not going to cover it.
Take the same tact you took with today's show.
Circumstances are enormously different.
But you know what? We'll get through today's show.
We will get through today's show
using recaps. And me.
I mean, a lot of this, I can still talk about the storyline stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Because that's really where the meat is.
And I showed you the only bit of minutia that you needed to see for NXT UK. Mm-hmm. Also, Zach Gibson's promo was really, really good.
I need to get on that.
I love Zach. Zach Gibson, he's the British Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
It's great.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Though we're not covering Crown Jewel, are you going to pay attention to it at all? You're just not going to watch it?
Undecided. I don't know if there's some buzz coming out of it in terms of anything that happens. Let's talk about this briefly. I know this is an NXT and 205 Live recap show, but let's talk about this briefly. That title change probably won't happen, will it? The Braun Strowman getting the Universal title. What are your odds on that now? Because mine are like 50-50.
Part of me feel like they're just going to go for the gusto, man.
And just do it. Just get it over with. Just do it.
I think
and then Monday we'll have a Universal.
Let's just throw enough shit out there to distract people from all this other stuff that's going on. Let's put on like the most incredible show WWE's ever done. Some people's like, oh, wow.
On the most incredible show.
Wow, this show, to the handful of people who actually watch it, who aren't put off by the entire situation. and I still know what I'm going to do. They'll be like, wow, this is the most enjoyable WWE show of the year, and so they kind of forget, at least momentarily, about everything else that's going on.
I mean, I don't think they're going to intentionally put on a shit show.
No,
I don't think they're going to.
But I really want to see Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, though. I know The Miz is going to get involved and cost Daniel Bryan the win. Maybe I'm damn sure that's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I don't think that would have changed at all.
No,
I don't think that would have changed at all.
Daniel Bryan who makes the trip.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that would have changed. I think that the big question, I think for me, the entire question is the Universal Championship. Either that type, but like if they don't have Braun to straight up beat Brock, that would be really weird because I honestly think with Roman gone, they're going to be like, Brock is our guy. He's face now. He's got to win. He's going to show up on Monday with that Universal Championship.
Brock or Braun?
I'm sorry, Braun.
Yeah.
And Braun will be that the reset button is sort of official at that point.
Yeah.
So that's the
what
pro.
My gut is telling me. Yeah.
But then there's such a negative connotation to Crown Jewel having Braun Strowman's first Universal title win
at a show that's got such a cloud over it. No, I understand that too.
You know,
but I guess I wonder if they're going to attempt and likely fail to lift said cloud by making this show feel important.
It wouldn't surprise me if they tried, but it's not going to work.
So here's the thing: like if I look at the card on paper, I'm like, wow, there's some matches I really want to see.
Yeah, sure.
But then there's the real world stuff that makes me not want to pay attention to it at all. So I don't know. I still don't know.
Yeah.
Like maybe I'll just watch the 1 or 2 matches that are interesting. I don't know. But then I'd still feel weird about it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Ryan Rugani just bought a like a dog.
We're definitely not going to cover it though.
I'll put you down.
Definitely
like
not
a
going to cover it.
Yeah. So anyways, let's do some of these super chats, and then we'll get into what we thought about the shows that we're actually covering today.
Yeah.
Philly Flexer says, Mustafa Ali is slowly creeping up my favorites list.
He's the best.
Nothing slow about that creep.
No,
that's going straight up to the top.
Yeah, he's top 5 currently right now.
Hey, but can't forget about Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
That finish, the table, whoa, that looked rough.
It did for both parties.
Dorian Moore, Sweet Chin Music versus Black Mass.
Oh, give me the classic. Give me Sweet Chin Music.
I'll take 3 many Black Masses.
All right.
Lars Sullivan, hella 8-1 this week. It was great.
Did he break his jaw again, kayfabe?
Undetermined.
Undetermined. King Schmiley, over on 9.5 for Vince. What does that mean?
Over under on 9.5 for Vince. I don't know what that means.
I don't know where that references. Alfredo Saldivar wanted to ask this Tuesday, but it felt it was too soon. But with Roman Reigns' absence, will this pressure WWE into getting the elite even more? I don't think it makes any difference.
Yeah, I don't think it makes any difference. I think they have their plan B with Braun, and I think that they think here's the thing about the WWE. If only for them, nothing is bigger than the WWE, and they can fix anything that happens, that's out of their control. It's in their eyes, I think, anyways.
Real Rich Hardesty, can you let people know about my leukemia fundraiser? Thanks. Yes,
I think I retweeted it.
Yeah,
Rich Hardesty.
In the midst of moving, I saw the notification. My apologies for not acting on it.
Waymaker 2.0 says Larson's tan faded and beard grew back quick.
Tan faded? I don't know what that means.
Adam Mayhem.
Oh.
A lot of people are saying, Larson got a tan.
Oh.
So, but yeah, different person.
Yeah, I'm a different person.
Yeah, but we were able to establish that Waymaker is Adam Mayhem's biggest fan.
Oh, yeah.
Leo Gonzalez.
I think that was evident early on.
The much-anticipated sequel to Leo Gonzalez 1 and 2, Leo Gonzalez 3.
Yes.
Y'all better be wearing pants when it's time to talk about the Velveteen Dream. That's right. Lars Sullivan came out. So, Larson, you watched 205 Live.
I watched a bit of NXT, just moving's a time vampire, man.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. It's terrible.
And I was going to hopefully try to do it this morning. Life stuff intervened.
Yeah.
So I got to watch a little bit of NXT, unfortunately.
But no, when Lars Sullivan came down to confront Velveteen Dream, William Regal, and the other fella, Ciampa, obviously he's wearing his red trunks. And Velveteen Dream said, "You might be a nightmare, but when you're confronting the dream, you better put pants on." Lars Sullivan laughed. It seemed like a shoot laugh, too.
Funny.
Then he choked the shit out of him.
That's pretty funny.
Cage McVeigh. I asked if you guys thought it'd be a good idea to shoot 205 Live before SmackDown, and you guys shot down my idea. Now you're all in on it. Sad
man, we
face.
see the results, and you're right.
Maybe Cage was right. Cage was right.
Cage was right.
Well done, Cage.
I guess
Big fat I told you so from
I'm
Cage.
guessing my only hesitancy about it, or my hesitancy about it, was that people wouldn't be in the arena.
If you go to a live show, they're not there.
Yeah.
They're like not there, man. So I don't know how they convinced everybody to show up on time.
They put the door open time on the ticket. It's made it 1 hour
Could
earlier.
be. Yeah, I guess so.
Everyone's
It
like,
could be.
they just don't think that 205 Live is going to start the taping process.
Right,
So they
yeah.
show up expecting SmackDown to start. It's
Yeah.
like, we can't miss SmackDown. And then they get swerved by 205 Live, and they realize that it's actually a really fun show.
Yeah. Speaking of really fun
hold on,
shows-
Josh Little, could the Braun and Brock match end with a double countout? Something like that with mutual.
If they do it, it's going to be
destruction or
just
something like that.
destruction. But then that sort of leaves a big empty thing. I think this is Brock has to be training right now, not dicking around with the WWE.
Yeah, and granted, he doesn't really expend he doesn't do a whole lot in the ring.
No, he doesn't.
Nonetheless, the threat of injury looms with even the simplest of moves.
Yeah.
And I would think, based on the payday, he's making a ton of money from his WWE appearances too. The payday he's anticipating for his UFC fight, he wouldn't want to risk injury by any stretch, because that's January? That's 3 months away.
Is there any chance this is a Survivor Series Goldberg versus Brock-esque squash, where he gets in there, eats a running power slam, maybe a second one, and Braun gets the pin that way?
I'd be surprised.
Because what you said is I think incredibly important.
Oh, it is.
He can that's a
He
ton of
cannot
money.
risk injury. I'd be surprised, because Lesnar was cool with that, knowing there was a storyline involved that at the end he would come out on top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see this being that same situation.
Come on, Lesnar does not care about that.
He cares about money making feuds, which is why he was cool with all that Goldberg stuff.
He cares about making a lot of money, which he's doing with this regardless.
Well,
they can build him
so
back
here's
up
the thing.
down
He
the
knew
line.
he knew with the Goldberg feud that there'd be 2 matches plus other altercations like in the Rumble that would build to the story.
Yeah.
But in this Braun situation, granted, if you put enough zeros in the check, he'll probably say, cool, whatever.
Which is, I think, exactly
But if he's
what's
going to go
happening.
into the UFC, I know it's a real sport versus choreographed
dude,
thing. He might want
on.
to have some of the air of...
Do not say momentum right here.
Beast mode.
He's coming out of the WWE with all the momentum.
No, I don't think he's going to win.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But
I don't know
if
about
they do
that.
a tournament of Survivor Series, I don't see Brock being in that.
No, I don't either. I don't
know how they're going to get around it other than just having Braun win.
Yeah, squash match.
It's entirely possible. I'll just be surprised.
Because a match, especially, man, you've seen how Brock and Braun, they don't exactly have the best chemistry in the ring.
The finish of this match, I know, is going to be KO from Brock.
Right, exactly.
It's like, I'm ready for the UFC now. Bop.
Yeah, bop. Exactly. So it'll be interesting, whatever happens. I'll find out what happens. I just probably won't watch it. But maybe I will. I don't know. It's hard not to see things.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anti-Punk Media, they should just do Deadly Games 2.0. This is Christopher Meringue, by the way. Sub releasing my channel kind of soon. Thanks, friendos. Thanks, Christopher.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk 205 Live.
All right, good show. I love Mike Kanellis. I'm glad that he's there. Marie Kanellis is a treasure. Did you see that tweet from Carl Anderson? There's like a shot of him. I'm assuming it was around that time. That's New Japan. So Mike, I got to watch some of the New Japan stuff.
That's
with
when
Mike
Bennett was in the Kingdom and the Ring of Honor,
that's right.
New Japan crossover thing.
Okay, but Carl Anderson looked beefy.
Yeah, he was thicker back then.
Yeah, in the tweet he says, "Man, what the hell were they feeding me back then?" And there's a prominent shot in Maria Kanellis is in the foreground, and of course her posterior is very prominent in the shot. And he says it's obvious Maria didn't stop doing the squats. Hi, Maria. Oh man, he's probably sitting right next to Mike Kanellis when he tweeted that too.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, Lindsay, this is a fun match. I really like Kanellis. I think he's great. I'm so glad that he's back.
He more so than even Buddy Murphy. He's like a heavyweight. He wrestles like a heavyweight in the cruiserweight division.
And they made him, exactly. And they made reference to him having to cut weight similar to Buddy Murphy. You're right.
Buddy Murphy is, they kind of build him as just barely a cruiserweight because he had trouble making weight. He can do a lot of cruiserweight things. He can do the high flying stuff, work a really fast pace. Whereas Kanellis in this match, granted, it was strategic, I'm guessing, partially because he was wrestling a luchador here, trying to ground the high flyer. His approach, his moveset far more traditional.
Yeah.
Catch as catch can, maybe.
And he ended up winning with a fairly traditional heavyweight move, Crossroads.
Yeah, like Crossroads.
Yeah. Next up, we had a Drake Maverick promo where he said there's going to be a very exciting match next week to determine number one contender. And I'm thinking to myself, how is it? Isn't it Tony Nese? Number one,
should be Tony Nese.
Did Cedric ever get an actual rematch?
No, he hasn't gotten a rematch yet.
Shouldn't he get a rematch?
He should be able to invoke his rematch clause, yes.
Did he not put a rematch clause? Was that not on his original contract?
Maybe.
Could be. So we're going to get a really fun match.
Well, he said later on what it was at the end of the show. It's going to be Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali.
Oh, I totally missed that.
Oh, he must have stopped watching.
Oh, I did. I stopped watching. Yeah. I stopped watching because I was like trying to get out of here.
And I was like, why is there a minute and a half left?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it was a really quick,
I was like,
really quick interview thing.
Oh, because I was watching it live. That's why. Yeah, and I was like, oh, they're probably going to cut the table for 3 now. I'm going to go get Bama.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Right on. Well, mystery solved.
Yes.
All right.
So based on Mustafa Ali's performance, there's only one match that we could do. Tony Nese versus Mustafa Ali. Where's Cedric's rematch?
Boy, that's going to be a hell of a match.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's next week.
Tony Nese has to win.
He's giving Mustafa Ali only, because on 205 Live they always play up. Oh, you had this brutal match. Now you got to take a month off before he give you another one.
I know.
He's doing this next. Wow, in 205 Live time, that's like a 2 matches in one night.
I know. That's like a gauntlet match.
That's like a gauntlet, exactly.
It's like Seth performance wrestling for an hour straight and getting beat to heck.
Next up, we had a Brian Kendrick promo where he says, "Jack Gallagher, think you're done with me or not done with me?
I'm about to show you no mercy."
Yeah, he said no mercy.
I think you know what no mercy is. I'm about to show you no mercy.
No mercy.
So that'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good. That'll be good.
It's good they're giving Brian Kendrick something to do because for the last 3 months it seemed like he was just kind of on cruise control.
Yeah.
Nothing really interesting to work with.
Yeah.
Brian Kendrick shouldn't be henchman.
No, he should not be henchman.
Next, Lio Rush iPhone promo.
Yeah.
He's saying even though he didn't win the match last week, he wasn't pinned. Therefore,
all those matches, it takes luck.
Still
you're going to win one of those matches. Why am I turning him from Christopher Walken into Samuel Jackson now? These matches, you can only win them through luck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun. Next up, we had, again, this confuses the shit out of me, dude.
So
doesn't it?
They're like openly cool with competing against each other.
Buddy Murphy, as Cruiserweight champion, is openly cool with Tony Nese saying, it doesn't matter which one of us has it. No, man. It does matter.
Now,
it should matter.
If they want to say this division runs through us, it's a gray area in that regard, but still, I get that.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of do like a 1A and then like 1B kind of.
Sure.
But you can't have 1A and 1A, right?
No, man.
No.
Because there can only be one 1A.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why there's a B there.
And if you're 1A, you're not content to be not 1A.
Yeah.
If you're 1A, you want to stay 1A, yeah?
And they're not even hinting any looks on Buddy Murphy's face, being like, no, I'm champion. I'm getting like a champion's bonus right now.
Yeah.
Are you going to share yours with me? Because I'm not sharing mine with yours.
Exactly.
I mean, if I won Mega Millions, I'd kick you 50 million cool.
Well, I think because now that you have like 800 million in your pocket, you'd be like, well, I don't really have to do this anymore.
Right, exactly. And I don't want you just sitting
since
here.
My livelihood depends on your participation in this endeavor and vice versa, if I won Mega Millions, I'd cut you a check for several $1 million.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 50.
That's fair.
All right, fair is good.
I'd be open to negotiation, obviously, yeah.
I'd pay for your lawyer to do negotiations with my lawyer.
Oh, yeah, and I would do the same if I were in your position, yes.
Good.
Why would we need a lawyer? I'd just say, like, 50 cool? Yeah, all right.
Okay, we're good with 50. 50's good. Okay, 50's good. We'd have to figure out tax things, though, because, like, a gift is only so much. But maybe we could do it on the auspice of a business. You're buying out my business or I'm buying out the business.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Yeah,
right on.
There we go.
This is a $50 million business.
Sure.
We can value it.
That's our valuation, yeah.
Yeah, it's all weird. Mustafa Ali versus Hideo Itami. Oh, yeah. Next up was the main event. And holy crap, these guys went everywhere. I was really kind of hoping that Hideo Itami hit that spot where he was going to decapitate Mustafa Ali between the two steel steps.
Yeah, man.
That was great because he said, respect me. And if he had only not yelled that and given Mustafa Ali the hint, we would have seen a live decapitation.
Maybe.
On air.
That would have been unfortunate, though.
Yeah.
I really like Mustafa Ali.
Holy crap. Hell of a match, though.
Hell of a match. There was a couple crazy spots. What was it? A crossbody early on, Mustafa did the springboard crossbody on Hideo Itami.
Yeah.
Goes instantly for the pinfall on the outside.
Extreme fun splash.
I love false count anywhere matches.
Oh, for sure.
And there was the single leg crab on the announce table.
Mm-hmm.
With the foot in the back of the neck.
Yep.
Ow.
That was good stuff.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the end, a table was produced. Hideo Itami was placed atop table. Mustafa Ali hits 450 off the top rope.
Dude, through the table.
The amount of velocity.
It was
crashing down.
Like they became bonded to each other. That's how fast he was coming down.
On a molecular level, yes. Just for a moment.
They had to like unstick them.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
it was rough. And you see the ref go over and wanted to check on Hideo and realize he has to count the pinfall.
Yeah.
And so he counted the pinfall real fast.
Yeah, because God, that was like, man.
There was a sequence where Mustafa Ali gave Hideo like one kick, and then a super kick right afterwards, and a super kick to the back of the head. The second super kick looked stiff, and the ref was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta go grab his hand."
Yeah, I am kind of disappointed Hideo Itami did not bleed from the mouth. It's like the first match I've ever seen with him where he didn't come out bleeding.
I didn't
from
have
the mouth.
internet last night, so I had to watch on my phone.
Yeah, when are you getting internet in the new house?
Oh, it's there now. I got it this morning.
Nice. How are they so quick with you, but 3 miles away here at the office?
No, it's not 3 miles. It took me 3 minutes to drive over here.
Nice. Yeah, you drove 60 miles an hour.
No, it's less than a mile away.
Is it less than a mile?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
super cool. I could walk here if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I just didn't have enough time to.
Who wants to do that though?
Well, on a nice day like today, I wouldn't
Show
mind
up all sweaty.
Yeah, my computer's kind of heavy. So I was watching on my phone, and I was like, I don't want to miss the blood if he's bleeding from the mouth, because that's just the touchstone of any Hideo Itami match.
At one point towards the finish,
So
he
I was
was
really paying attention.
he was on the ground, and he was doing this, and I was like,
yeah.
"Is
Oh,
it blood,
it happened.
blood,
It
blood?"
happened.
Damn it, no.
Didn't happen.
He was trying to produce it though.
Yeah, no. Wonder how it happens. Does he bite his cheek or his tongue? What do you think? Which one do you think it is?
Respect me. He's probably got. He's got sort of a smaller mouth. It's not like me. I have a giant mouth. So I think that maybe like the insides of his cheeks.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cheeks.
Yeah, it seems to be the easier thing.
Yeah.
Or I guess he can just bite his lip.
Could be the inside of his lip right there. Oh God. No wonder he's always in a grumpy mood.
Oh yeah.
I would be freaking pissed off all the time.
I know.
Anyways.
And
then like you said, yeah, Steve walked out. There was a Drake and Maverick interview. He said, "Is Steve gone? All right, now I'm going to announce."
Now I can announce an important match.
Yeah, Nace versus Mustafa Ali. Next up.
NXT.
Let's talk about NXT. You saw some of this.
Some of it, not all of it.
So I will carry the rest of it.
But looking at the results here, I can kind of piece it together, I would imagine. So kicked off with William Regal talking to security, saying, who's he talking about? Aleister Black? Saying, before you let him in the ring, have him come talk to me.
Yes. Make sure before he enters the building, you direct him directly to me. And I was like, every one of these are going to eat a black mass. Only one of them ended up eating it, but still.
They all got some punishment, huh?
Yeah. That set up the episode for a really rousing finale. But first, shock.
Dun, 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 dun.
They were so happy to have Bobby Fish back.
Oh, heck yeah.
Special Kyle O'Reilly. So, like, later on, after the events of the EC3 stuff, later on, they had like a backstage thing with, oh crap, that is not mentioned here. That happened later on in the episode. Undisputed Era backstage with Regal. He says Adam Cole and I think Bobby Fish are fighting War Machine next week. I think it's next week. Pretty sure that's the case. But then there is also like a Fallout video or like a .com exclusive where it wasn't like anything special. They were just, Adam Cole was just saying, this is the way things are going to be. We're more aggressive now. I like this kind of turn with the Undisputed Era. A bit more heelish. Like they've been sort of like, oh, good guys. Not good guys. They've been
charming, fun guys.
Charming, fun guys. Exactly. This episode represented kind of a vicious turn for them.
Yeah, a bit of a pivot.
A little bit of a pivot. And in this Fallout video, they were sort of, putting the exclamation point on it. As they're leaving, Bobby Fish says, Kyle O'Reilly takes his title, shoves, and it's such a small thing because it's as they're leaving, he says, "Here, you hold this, champ," to Bobby Fish with the tag title.
That's cool.
Those things are going all over the place, man.
Yeah.
They're going all over the place.
Undisputed Era here during their promo to kick off the show said, NXT should be a place of fear because of them.
Yes.
People should fear being in NXT because of them.
People coming, because part of it, the subtext was they're bringing in a lot of people, and they need to know if you're looking to sign with NXT, guess what?
You got to run through Undisputed Era to get
We're going to beat the crap out of you if you cross us. Gregory Vanderstel just bought "I'll put you down like a dog" shirt. Thank you very much. There's some stickers for you.
Sorry. Oh, these look great.
Yeah, I know, right?
First time seeing them.
Yeah, they look fantastic. So anyways, yeah, Undisputed Era, their promo, like you said, you guys need to fear us. He was going on a little bit. I love Adam Cole's promos. They're so good. Because he'll like choose certain moments to stammer to sort of increase the effect of his intensity, and it comes off as very naturalistic but not botchy.
Yeah.
And I love that. It's so good.
He's so good.
EC3 interrupts. EC3 comes out. He says, I could, Adam Cole, you don't even deserve a rematch. Adam Cole's like, whoa, what? What are you talking about?
Well, because earlier I said, Ricochet, you have some of my property.
Oh, that's right. I love that too. EC3 comes out and says, you don't even deserve it. You had a shot in your triple threat match. Long story short, Adam Cole says, all right, tough guy, which you can't say tough guy and not come off as charming.
Yeah, I know.
Because tough guy is like the best. Tough guy, come on down here and bring a ref, and we'll see about all that. Ref was apparently hanging out a grill position. He comes running down. We got a match. Adam Cole versus EC3. I was shocked. So I kind of like read spoilers, but like I usually forget what happens to the actual matches.
Oh, yeah.
I did not see EC3 winning this. I was shocked.
Yeah.
My system was in fact shocked.
Your system was shocked.
Well, because you got like 18 people in the Undisputed Era out there.
Yeah, I know.
You figure it's either going to end in a DQ or Adam Cole's going to go over clean because of distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. EC3 won with a roll up.
Yeah. He avoided a last shot.
Mm-hmm.
Version 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And rolled up Adam Cole. It wasn't that strong of a looking roll up either.
It was. Well, here's the thing, though. It doesn't have to be because EC3 is jacked and Adam Cole looks like a
I understand that. But earlier in the match, Adam Cole got EC3 up for a neck breaker.
Yeah.
Fireman's carry.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Even though Adam Cole isn't the largest of wrestlers,
maybe it was a shoot.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. We talked about it earlier. Where like if you're doing a roll up, you really got to put your whole body pressure on top of the person's legs to keep them able from.
Yeah.
Look like Adam Cole just could lift his shoulder. But anyway,
yeah.
Whatever.
So yeah, EC3 wins, sort of a shocking win right there. As soon as he gets out to sort of celebrate a little bit, Undisputed Era attack. They just beat the crap out of him. Chair shot at the top of the ramp. Bobby Fish seems to be sort of very happy to be back.
He's the chairman, of the Undisputed Era.
Did they say that?
No, he's 2 weeks in a row. He's used a chair. So I just.
So you're saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's great. That's awesome.
That's good.
So he also seems to be sort of the embodiment of the vicious attitude because he's very like intense.
Yeah.
I think he's just happy to be back, but I kind of hope they roll with that as he's like sort of, the loose cannon, not Austin Aries.
No.
Right.
No.
Next up, I think this was next. It might have been later on. I don't know. I didn't take notes. Nikki Cross went to the indie security guards and said, "Ooh, he's coming. He's coming." She probably should have said he's on his way. Because he's coming just sounds, you can just interpret that, sexually speaking. Oh, man, Javier Gonzalez just bought like a dog shirt.
Thank you, Javier. Next, Mia Yim versus Aaliyah. This is Mia Yim's NXT
They
debut.
wasted no time with Mia Yim. That's fantastic. I did not see that coming. Man, they wasted no time. Yeah, she fought Aaliyah. Guess who won?
Not Aaliyah.
Oh. Why is she still there? I don't know. Why is she still there? She's never going to go to main roster, is she? There's no chance, right? I mean, no offense. I think she's probably a good person and everything. I'm not talking about. There's so much talent, and it's like she's been there in the same spot
for a long time.
Literally the same spot.
2 years ago, or it's almost 3 years ago. Went to that house show. She was in the opening match.
Yeah, man.
But she was in NXT well before that too.
Yeah.
She's been around for a while.
She was in She was like one of the featured stories in Breaking Ground.
Yeah.
All those people have either been released or they're on
roster.
main, or you got Otis. Otis was having a tryout during that episode. A tryout. Man. Anyways, yeah, Mia Yim won. Crowd loved it. She's great. She's fantastic.
She's awesome.
She'll be a main roster next week, probably. Anyways.
You mentioned the Undisputed Era backstage segment with William Regal.
Yeah, and he says, Adam Cole. They always do this. They always, whenever they just need to learn not to talk to Regal. They always
just avoid him.
They always just like dig themselves into a massive hole. Because like Adam Cole rolls up to him, and he's like, number one, the chemistry between Adam Cole and William Regal is so great. He's so the Zach Morris of freaking and Regal the building. But yeah, they roll up to him. They start making demands. Kyle O'Reilly's hilarious. He's just making all sorts of faces. And he's like, Bobby Fish, your rival, ruined that match last week. Therefore, next week, War Machine's coming back. And guess, I'm not calling War Raiders. War Machine's coming back. And guess what? Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, you two are going to be taking him on. And they're like, what?
It's funny.
It's great.
It's great.
After that, sometime during the episode, we got an announcement that Matt Riddle,
Bro.
There was one bro, but the rest of it was all just sort of footage against music of his silhouetted body fighting undisclosed indie jobber, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know who it was he was in the ring with, but it was a lot of him, shots of him doing.
You deliver a bro to sleep.
Various
bro stone.
Maybe.
Any of those moves?
It was all kind of abstract.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of cool stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's great.
Neat.
He'll be huge.
He's the best. It was funny because it's like super dramatic, but then it shows him, and he can't help but be him. He's just a cheesy dude. Yeah, exactly. He's just like
he's bro.
Cheesy picture.
Did he have his snapback on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They and the little suplex barrel thing.
Oh, cool. I hope they let him wear that.
Me too.
Because I think the NXT UK, the first episode, Dave Mastiff is a suplex sponsored athlete.
Yeah.
And I think they had him tape over the logo.
Yeah.
So I hope they
man.
let Riddle rock the
That's
suplex.
some really fine looking apparel. I've got a shirt.
Yeah, man. They got some great stuff.
One.
I want them to re-release some of the Prince Devitt stuff they did years back.
I know. Real. Next up, we had, in technically our main event match, we had Cassius Ohno versus somebody named Justin Xavier. He's from Chicago, and not only did they say he's from Chicago, he had the little Chicago stars with the stripe thing.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, you can't do that anymore because CM Punk did that.
Well, CM Punk had it on his rear end.
He had it on his butt. And then maybe, did he do it ever on his front as well?
Oh, yeah.
But he has it going up and down, which is kind of different, but it just makes me think CM Punk. So you can't do that.
No, you should do it. If he wants to show off that he's from Chicago and is happy he's from Chicago and enjoys living in Chicago or being from Chicago, then yes, he should absolutely do it.
How about this? What about this? Be new, be different. Put some deep dish pizza on your
hot Chicago dogs.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not talking about though.
The stains.
You sew an image on it. You slap it on there.
Here, just rub your trunks with Italian beef before you go out there.
Exactly.
Some hot and sweet pepper stuck on there.
Just so you sort of tuck it in.
No, you dip
tuck it in.
You dip yourself in the Italian beef gravy.
There you go.
That's
See, perfect.
That's what you do.
Perfect.
Man, now an Italian beef. That was so good.
Cassius Ohno beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, I imagine. I've never heard of Justin Xavier before. I would imagine that'd be the outcome.
I don't remember seeing a Justin Xavier Performance Center picture, nor have I seen Triple H doing this with Justin Xavier.
No.
So Cassius Ohno, I mean, it was one of those things where Cassius Ohno was kind of like taking him lightly a little bit, so he got caught.
Yeah.
But then in the end, he just ate a giant freaking elbow or boot or whatever. Oh man, I'm kind of bummed out. You should watch this match, if only because of Cassius Ohno doing this running flying leg drop, which really should be his new finisher.
Oh, wow, it was a leg drop.
I was not expecting that. That dude dropped a freaking. He got it's not like he came off the rope or anything. He just launched himself and did a perfect leg drop, but he got like 10 feet of air on it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it killed the guy. Should have anyway.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, sorry Justin Xavier, but good exposure.
Yeah, and then afterwards, Cassius Ohno complained about competition again.
Yeah, and then Nikki Cross came to the ring, which set up the main event segment, which was supposed to be William Regal's announcement for what the main event for War Games, the title match at War Games, was going to be. So he brings out the Ciampa, and then Velveteen Dream interrupts, and then Lars Sullivan, who seems to think he has a case, interrupts. They do the bit that I mentioned earlier about Velveteen Dream saying, Lars Sullivan, you need to wear some pants. Lars Sullivan grabs Velveteen Dream by the throat. The crowd gasps. Maybe something else happened. I'm not sure. At that point, maybe Nikki Cross went up to William Regal and started saying, "He's here, he's here." Which is a great bit. It was almost like, I don't know. It was like something out of a play. It was very well staged. You see Aleister Black. He's backstage, or he's walking up to the arena. Black masses some dude, one of the indie security guards, comes through, knocks a camera guy over. That screen goes to green really quick because, that's what happens, I guess.
I guess so.
And then, so he's just like rampaging through the arena. He comes in, walks in, runs up. So Ciampa, I think, runs out. I forget what happens to Velveteen Dream, but Lars Sullivan eats a freaking black mass.
Did this one connect to the jaw finally?
Yes, it did.
All right.
And he falls off the apron, sells it like a champ. It was great. Goes up to Regal. Aleister Black does. Says, "Where is he? Where is he?" And then the camera's sort of, I think, tight on them, so you don't see little Gargano run in. Super kick to Aleister Black, who sells it like a ton. And Gargano picks up the mic and says, "I'm right here." Ooh, he was the man.
Yeah.
So you called it.
Yeah.
You called it. Gargano was the secret attacker.
Yeah.
Ciampa.
I saw his tweets. He was hilarious. Sometimes you got a DIY.
And then he did another one. He said, hey, what was the name of their finisher?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was that. He said, "Hey, at Johnny Gargano, let's do that on Aleister Black."
Oh, he's wooing him back.
Proud Papa or something like that. It was hashtag Proud Papa.
Big Daddy Ciampa or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's all about it.
Yeah, that's funny.
It was really
That's
good.
great.
So yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff.
So I guess now we got to get the Gargano redemption story in full.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, this is going to be a couple more. I mean, I guess there's how much more TV between now and War Games?
About a month, 3 weeks.
We're at the end of October, end of November. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, War Games is
weeks.
the 18th, I want to say.
Yeah, so
or that weekend.
Do you think he's going to go into War Games, Evil Gargano?
Yeah,
he has to, right?
Yeah.
So we're just going to get. I mean, there's probably only going to be 2 more segments.
Yeah.
Between now and then.
I guess the question is it going to be Gargano versus Aleister, or is it going to be the triple threat that we were going to get?
I would think that we're going to get before. Shouldn't the title match be Ciampa Velveteen Dream? And in the meantime, we get Gargano Aleister Black.
But I don't know if they were using that segment last night to set up Velveteen Dream and Lars, maybe.
That could be, or it could be a triple threat between Velveteen Dream, Lars, and Ciampa.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the meantime, we have Gargano, Aleister Black. A lot of moving pieces there.
Yeah, and then you got the War Games match itself, which is
that's gonna write itself. Yeah, that's fine. And then of course we had NXT UK, which was a lot of fun this week. It is because of the characters. It's up there for me, man.
Yeah.
I really like it. The wrestling's really good too. I'm not huge on the staging. I'm glad they're doing it like in different venues each time. I'm not huge on, and I wasn't even, it was the same set of tapings, but how everybody's on one side of the ring, because when they're doing in-ring interviews,
you just get that brick wall behind them, right?
Well, no. Here's the thing.
This is a different place.
No, same place.
Oh.
The brick wall's still there. But this is a small thing, but it kind of bugs me. Like Dakota Kai, I think in her in-ring interview, didn't exactly. You want to talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
You want to talk to the crowd, but the cameraman's looking at the crowd, and so you're like stuck between a rock and a hard place right here. So that was kind of weird. So yeah, it kicked off with is it El Ligero or just Ligero?
Yeah.
It's El Ligero.
Yeah.
I got this recap from I don't know, what is it, Cage Side Seats or Ringside News, something like that.
He defeated the Wild Boar, Mike the Wild Boar Hitchman.
Yeah, Wild Boar's great because he comes out wearing sort of a Wild Boar outfit.
Oh, that's neat.
And he's another, you got the Coffees, you got Mastiff, you got this Wild Boar guy.
All sorts of hosses.
It's Hoss Central.
That's great.
So I'm assuming prior to this match, El Ligero accidentally spilled a pint on the hog
Or
man.
at least you would like to assume that it was
right, exactly. Yeah.
pint on hog
Well,
man.
that would make sense.
Yeah,
it would
I
make
guess
all
so.
the sense in the world. Would lead to this match. Of course, they did the obvious thing. Ligero, he wrestles like a. I'm still not sure. I know he's supposed to be like a luchador, but he's like also British. That's just weird to me. I mean, don't worry. I think it's great. It's weird though, isn't it?
No.
Luchador is supposed to be from like South America or Mexico.
Not necessarily. He requires lucha training, I think.
Right, but then he's also decked out.
El Generico was a luchador.
Yeah, that was also like a comedy gimmick.
I know, but he's
that was like
Canada.
making fun of it. This is straight up.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
Very confusing to me. So, anyways, but yeah, he was doing all sorts of crazy, weird lucha stuff.
Yeah.
Wild Boar was doing a bunch of Haas strongman stuff.
Yes.
Guess
Clash
what?
of Styles.
Yeah, Luchador won.
Yeah.
Tornado DDT.
Next, Killer Kelly versus Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai picked up the win with her finisher's great.
Yeah, it is. I really like Dakota Kai. I'm just kind of like, I need to get a bunch more of her being successful and being kind of like tough. After that whole Shayna, I'm afraid of Shayna Baszler. I'm peeing my pants now.
Maybe a change of scenery to the United Kingdom division.
I hope so. I do.
Good to help that.
I'll say this. I kind of wish this was a match against a local enhancement jobber person. Because I really like Killer Kelly, and I'm not yet on board with Dakota Kai sacking up. And so I'm kind of like, but it was a good match because Killer Kelly's really good.
If this match against Killer Kelly was more towards the end of Dakota Kai,
sure,
herself,
for sure,
and this is like the proxy for Shayna in a way.
Yeah.
I think Killer Kelly has some MMA experience.
Yeah, she carries herself like she's
like a fighter. Yeah,
totally.
And then Dakota Kai did an interview afterwards
with Radzi, the dude with an awesome hair.
Yeah, his hair's great.
Awesome hair,
and alludes to a women's title.
She says, I've been hearing rumors about an NXT title, and I want to get in on that action. I'm not. She literally said the words, "I'm not scared" or "I'm not afraid to take on a hard-hitting match" or something like that. So she's like really obviously trying to get over the everybody knows me as scaredy pants thing.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it's sort of also just sort of drawing attention to it. But yeah, so yeah, good match, really good match though, and I love Dakota Kai. I really love Dakota Kai's moveset. All the kicks and stuff.
Kicks are great and come from various angles and whatnot.
Yeah, that's great.
That finisher is fantastic.
She does like a lap around the ring and then delivers that kick. I love it.
Kind of like a haluva kick.
These next two segments actually were my favorites. Eddie Dennis. Let's talk about Eddie Dennis. Now, this is the one bit of NXT UK that I made you watch. I said, look, we're not starting the show until you see this Eddie Dennis promo. So last week, we got to see...
It was fairly cordial.
It was fairly cordial. It was very short compared to this one.
Yeah, he just talked about how he helped train or not exactly helped train, but he's older than Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews. They were in the business or got in the business roughly the same time, and how they were friends. That was the extent of the first one. Yeah,
and it was more like...
kind of seemed like he was latching onto their success to get himself over a little bit.
Well, we didn't quite see it. It was more like, oh, is this guy like a fan of theirs? Like, I'm not entirely sure he's going to wrestle here. I'm assuming he is, but he just sort of comes off like, oh, I knew them when they were lads.
Yeah.
Here's some pictures.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. Okay.
All right.
So this week.
This bitter has-been.
No, it wasn't even a has-been. It was dude who gave up on his dream and wouldn't be supportive. Yeah. Well, has-been means you've done something.
Well, I think he had reached some level of local success.
Had he?
But obviously Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne far exceeded that.
Because, okay, so he says he kicks things off. I freaking wrote notes about this one.
Oh, wow.
I did. They're not extensive because it wasn't like that long. But still, this is great. Where did I put my notes?
Oh, no.
Did I not?
Oh, no.
Where did I put my notes?
Oh, no.
No kidding. Wow.
But he was talking about...
I thought I did it on my phone.
He was talking about how...
I have a whole document here.
You know, like when they were super young, getting into the industry, and he was kind of helping them out.
Yeah.
Wrestling alongside of them and saying how, well, they've gotten their huge opportunity now.
It's under a document I labeled Eddie Dennis.
Oh.
He said, number one, there's this line, which is great. There's always been a big age difference between us.
Always will be.
Well, yeah. That doesn't change.
It's constant.
You're
it's a fixed amount. You're older than them.
You're generally speaking a year older than me. I will never catch up with you.
Until I die.
Even then, your actual body still aged. Well,
no, it'll decompose.
It decomposes.
Worm food.
Yeah, exactly.
At which point, if you live...
It progresses,
If you manage to live a year plus after I die, you will be older than me. Because I think...
Yeah, okay. You stop aging a person... Yeah, you don't say, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So you're correct. So maybe one day there won't be an age difference anymore between them.
Well, it depends how much older he is. Because if he's like more than... He seemed like he's at least 6 years older. It's a near guarantee, barring some sort of accident befalling Pete Dunne or Mark Andrews, that Eddie Dennis will probably pass away of natural causes before Pete Dunne or Mark Andrews will.
So he says...
That's an awful thing to say, but just the math works on it.
You're probably right about that. He says, as I approached 30... I decided to get a career in education, which is a noble cause.
Yeah, he said he was a principal at a esteemed private school. That probably pays really well.
And there were pictures of it, too.
Standing against the wall.
Chalkboards at his desk, contemplating, what standards he should, incorporate with the tests and stuff.
Curriculum.
Exactly. He's got to call some parents because one of the kids was cyberbullying somebody else.
Getting out of line, all that
Exactly.
kind of stuff.
He says, while I was doing that, those two were living at home with their parents. Whoa!
Wow.
What is that? He says they were flying themselves to Japan and America.
Well, which one was it then? If they're living at home with their parents, they don't have any money. Their parents paying for them to go to Japan and America?
Well, I assume if you're living at home with your parents, guess what you are not doing? Sometimes paying rent. Unless your parents are kind of dicks, or unless you're unnaturally old to be living at home with your parents. Not unnaturally old. I know in many cultures, people live with their parents for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But you contribute somehow. Maybe because they were so young, and we know they were.
Yeah, started like a 13 or 14, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were working on the side. Their parents were sending them to, get their bookings.
Yeah.
They were doing the hustle, Eddie Dennis, that you were not doing.
Yeah.
All right? You were establishing probably a very good career for yourself in the field of education.
Got a well-paying but probably boring desk job.
Exactly. He says, and then in January of 2017, I had to watch them. You had to? You didn't have to.
Nobody was making you. Subscription.
Lots of people are doing that right now. I had to watch them in this UK tournament to determine the best in the world at UK wrestling.
Oh, all right.
And he said, I had to watch them live our dream without me. It wasn't your dream.
No, it's
evidently,
been firmly established your dream is to be a principal at a esteemed private school.
Evidently,
that's what you did.
Yeah. You did not dream. This was a fleeting hobby for you.
Yeah.
And looking at the interstitial shots of your body in wrestling gear, you're still not really trying that hard at your dream because you're thin as a rail. Has he been wrestling in the meantime?
I don't know.
I'm going to assume so. They didn't literally drag this principal out.
You know what he needs to do if he ever comes down for the ring? He needs to be Mr. Dennis.
Well, we already have a principal, and his name is Johnny Saint, and he was totally principal-ish
at
the end of Zach Gibbons. We'll get to that in a second. I do appreciate that. No, here's what they need to do. I am assuming that Eddie Dennis is probably a heck of a wrestler if they're bringing him into NXT UK. And they're not just bringing out a principal who used to know Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
However, if they want to keep kayfabe in this story, he has to be terrible.
Oh,
because he hasn't wrestled in...
Rusty, yes.
He's got to be rusty as hell. And because he didn't fly himself to Japan, he didn't fly himself to America, he also has to be not that great of a technical wrestler.
Well, I mean, he could be relatively well-versed in British-style wrestling.
Yeah.
But nothing but.
I like the idea that he had he did some training here and there. And then at that point, he just sort of stopped. Also, there were a lot of pictures of him as clearly a normal-aged adult with very young Pete Dunne and Mark Andrews. And I'm like...
What are you looking above my head for? It's twice you've done it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's weird. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. Now you got me. No, there's nothing over there. I thought I was looking at you.
There's something in my hair?
I did not think I was doing that. Weird. Maybe it's just maybe when I'm talking, I have to think.
Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of shots of him hanging out with the little teenagers. So maybe there's some area to cover there. I don't have any teenage friends. My stepkids are teenagers. They're not my friends. They're obligations. I'm joking. I love them. But so anyways. And then he says, I had to see them compete and be successful. How do you think that made me feel? And then Vic Joseph said, a very complex individual's coming to NXT UK. A very complex individual. Is he even a wrestler? Oh, man, I love it.
That's funny.
It was great.
Let's talk about the Zach Gibson promo.
Oh, so Sam Southall here says, I'm pretty sure Eddie Dennis versus Mark Andrews is one of the biggest UK wrestling rivalries of the past decade. Okay.
Cool.
Now we know. Eddie versus Mark Andrews. Oh, at Hello Wembley. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, stuff to know. If I had watched Hello Wembley, which I still want to do.
Same.
I would have known that.
Yeah.
I prefer it this way. I prefer just knowing, just all I know is that this guy is a principal. Anyways, that's why I love you guys in chat. That's why I love doing these live.
Yes. They fill in the blanks for us.
So after that great Eddie Dennis promo, Zach Gibson came in and spent about 5 minutes just being booed and having a really sour lemon face. And
being Zach Gibson.
And just being Zach Gibson. He said he talked about beating Travis Banks, Flash Morgan Webster, and Jack Gallagher all in one night and winning the tournament. And he said the only reason he didn't beat Pete Dunne is because he wasn't rested, wasn't prepared.
He wrestled him since then.
And he wrestled him at a TakeOver Dark match, which was on
Yeah. But I think
TV.
that happened after this was taped.
This was taped you're right.
Like July or
this
maybe
was taped
August.
ages ago.
Whereas that match happened, I guess, SummerSlam weekend then.
He said a well-rested Zach Gibson can beat the Bruiserweight.
No,
and
we've
Pete
already seen
knows
that.
it.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Yeah.
Didn't
Already know it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
He blames the crowd and their chants. And the crowd was really giving it to him. I was sad there was no like super cursing in this. They're really, honestly, like having seen Zach Gibson promos before where he super curses, I really want to see that.
Yeah.
Come on, it's on the network. Who cares? Let them be as blue as possible.
Make it TV-14 at least.
Yeah, exactly.
So
or
then,
at least use British slang, like British bad words.
Yeah.
Wankers.
Yeah.
I know it's not like a bad word. But let him use the C word. That has a lot less of a connotation there than it does here.
Well, the problem is it still airs here, so I don't think it matters.
It airs everywhere, man.
I know, but I think
why are you so American centric all of a sudden?
I'm not. I'm just considering everybody.
You could bleep it out here. Just bleep it out. But
Wow.
It would be shocking.
It would be shocking. I know. So then he starts complaining about Noam Dar, who got won a title opportunity before Gibson actually got his title shot against Pete Dunne during the second,
which was totally true.
United Kingdom tournament. Yeah,
Noam Dar really didn't do anything to deserve.
No,
anything.
he didn't.
He got jacked while he was injured. That was good.
Yeah,
but
he did. He really did.
He totally has a point.
So he comes out.
So Noam Dar comes out and he starts to sort of making facial movements that sort of to the, like he was like doing this stuff here. That's what he needed to do. That's stuff.
Funny.
And before anything happened, Johnny Saint, who is the most principled dude in the WWE, I thought Regal was like a principal.
No.
This guy literally said, no, both of you in my office now.
What are the headmaster?
Headmaster,
He's
yes.
the headmaster of NXT UK.
Both of you in my office now. Now in my office.
Wow.
He did everything but grab him by the ear. Seriously. Oh, it was awesome.
That's fantastic.
It was great. Don't even think about it.
And then later on, then they say next week, Zach Gibson versus Noam Dar for #1 contender.
Oh, is that what they said? Right on.
Yeah.
Saint has tweeted out.
Yeah.
Johnny Saint. That fool, he's like 80 years old. How do I work this bloody thing? Anyways.
His assistant do it for him.
Yeah, he has an assistant.
So Ashton Smith, I remember him from the tournament.
Yeah, he had a little hype video.
And
he
then
says
he defeated Tucker.
He said, my style is intensity. And a lot of shots of him being intense.
I don't know if intensity is a style. It's more
I don't think it is.
It's a disposition.
Yeah, and he was intense.
Interesting.
Let's see here.
Danny Burch is going to be in NXT UK. That's cool.
Yeah, there was a Danny Burch hype video. Travis Banks had an interview where he was. Yeah, but it was
out for a while.
It was chill Travis.
Yeah,
we don't want chill Travis.
Speaking of intense, we need Travis intense.
Yeah,
intense Travis. Sorry,
in Travis. Yeah, he's gonna get revenge on the Coffee Brothers for spilling a pint on me.
And then Tyler Bate versus Wolfgang in the main event.
Well, we had Ashton Smith.
Yeah,
we had a match
Tucker.
with him. Yeah, beat Tucker. Yeah,
the DDT, and then Tyler Bate versus Wolfgang via Tyler Driver 97.
This was cool. This is a good match. This is a really good match because Tyler Bate's been showing a lot more personality than he did like a year ago.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. I mean, he's a kid still. He's a pup still. But and he's also in his element, you know, maybe being
Feeling
with
a bit
the
more
UK
comfortable.
crowd. Yeah, probably.
Waymaker says, Steve, you're wrong. C word is the worst word here.
I've heard from other countrymen of yours that it's totally just thrown around like at the Thanksgiving table. You guys probably don't have Thanksgiving.
You know, those aren't mutually exclusive things. It could be done. That could be the case, but it could still be really bad.
But with the indication that it wasn't bad.
Oh.
So y'all need to sort it out,
All right.
Waymaker.
I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, Tyler Bate, he tried to do a test of strength with Wolfgang. Like totally egging him on.
Yeah.
And Tyler Bate got a little bit of the best of him.
Oh.
And then he got the worst of him. And then he started doing the flipping around, spinning on his back.
Yeah.
It was funny because Wolfgang's so slow that like watching Tyler Bate just do a bunch of stuff and Wolfgang just sort of sitting there acting like he's supposed to have his hand connected to Tyler Bate.
Like he's in any way involved in anything
He's
Tyler Bate is
zero
doing.
involved,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
Tyler Bate hits him with a drop kick. So it was a lot of that kind of stuff. Wolfgang does look like he might have lost a couple pounds, so he's moving a bit better, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, he lost anyways.
Yeah.
Wolfgang, I wonder if they like originally were like, oh wow, Wolfgang. He seems like a really personable guy, but I'm not sure that's going to cut it.
Yeah.
NXT.
I mean, he
UK.
moves fairly well for a guy his size.
Yeah. But there's a lot of him types there, and I'd rather see like a Dave. If you're going to be Haas, go all out. And I feel like we've seen that with a couple guys so far.
Yeah. He wants to be a high flying Haas.
Yeah. I don't know how I was going to fly in NXT UK. Yeah, Tyler Bate wins. Tyler Driver 97. It was great. Another fun episode of NXT UK. I freaking love it. It's great. It's awesome.
Do we have mail over there? You need to open?
Oh, yeah, we got some mail over here. This one is from Loki and Nemo.
Oh, cool.
I'm assuming they're not going to send us and this is the shipping department for Ringside Collectibles.
Ooh.
Forgive me, I'm a bit nervous opening packages these days.
Oh, yeah.
So I like to see you sending this to us, given that we're a couple of California liberal elitists.
You know, what the heck is going on with all that stuff?
I don't know, man. People need to just be chill.
Yeah, be cool, people.
Absolutely. Waymaker says, review Hello Wembley for patrons. How about a review for everybody, man? Patrons can get it first. Oh, I just broke this pen. I have too much strength.
Oh, dear. Show us strength. You won.
Cool, it's not a bomb.
This appears to be...
Oh, we got another one!
Nice.
Yes! This is our second one. That's
awesome.
so great. I'm totally going to have 2 Kyle O'Reillys on my microphone
I'm gonna
now.
have 2 Adam Coles I'm gonna play with during the show.
I'm so excited about that. Is there a note in here as far as who this is from? There's no note in here.
Is it on the label?
Maybe.
All right, here's a note with a lot of words, so you should read that because I'm not that articulate.
No.
You
Well,
got
whoever sent this, I want to know.
Yes.
I mean, it's possible somebody's like tweeted at me and told me, but I don't know right now off the top of my head.
We got Freak Legion shirts.
Oh, cool. Oh, so that means we're part of the faction now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we have to wear them first, but look at that.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Nice. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, let's see here. Whoa, this is a novel from the Freak Legion themselves. Hey, Stephen Larson. First off, I'd like to get the fan stuff out of the way. I've watched you guys since your 10 for the win days.
Wow.
What's 10 for the win?
I don't know.
You guys are also the reason I started listening to podcasts at all. They keep me entertained on long drives, and roughly an hour of your show every day is something I look forward to. That's so nice.
Thank you.
Now I'd also like to thank you for putting up with our Freak Legion shenanigans. I'd like to explain where the idea came from and what Freak Legion is to us. Since I was in middle school, a little part of me felt different from all the other kids. But instead of ostracizing myself, I embraced what made me feel different. And being a wrestling fan, I always had the idea for Freak Legion as a place for anybody who felt different or alone to feel like they had a group to belong to. Now my friends and fellow freaks feel like this is something you both support and encourage in the Friendoverse by letting us all be our wonderful and wacky selves. So on that note, included with this letter is a shirt gauze designed for us, and we hereby declare you honorary freaks. We dub Steve here the freak of imitating and Larson the freak of the feet.
Oh, because I like shoes.
Oh, yeah, because you like shoes. Loki, thank you both for everything you do and keep up the great work. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nemo, Delete, Gauze, Buddy Love. I love that name. And Loki Richard. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I'm honored.
Yes. You will. Yes.
That's great. I was gonna say that I had something on the tip of my tongue. I was gonna say, they were talking about like the Friendoverse and everything and how great the community is, and it really is. They're doing in the Facebook Friendoverse group, they're doing evolution predictions for the female Friendos only.
Oh,
I love that, and there's like a ton of them too. Man, we have such a diverse community. It's fantastic.
It's awesome.
I love all you guys.
Yes. Let me answer some questions.
Yeah, let's answer some questions.
Lake Locke. When the Mae Young Classic ends.
Lake Locke.
When the Mae Young Classic ends, do you think 205 Live will air after NXT? It'd be smart. Get some run over from NXT.
Is the new newsletter out?
No, that's tomorrow.
Do we know when the
Thursday. Today is Thursday.
Wednesday,
Gosh, my days all messed. I thought for a while yesterday was Sunday.
Oh wow,
because it was moving day, and I knew I had to come back to work today.
I'm going to take a look at the ratings. If the ratings are, I forget what was the latest. Was the ratings
8? I want to say last week was 8.
Oh, that's not great.
Ryan Rugani. Hey guys, will you be at TLC in December? I would love to meet my Bay Area friendo gods. Also, can't wait to wear my Down Like a Dog shirt to the show.
Like a dog.
As of now, we're not planning on going to TLC. We'll do a live reaction stream.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Mr. Forbesy.
Oh, it was number 5.
Oh, all right.
It was a week. It was a week. Let's see here.
NXT UK, NXT Mae Young Classic.
Wow, NXT UK was number 1.
Super Showdown.
So Meltzer's key takeaways are the success of the first episode of UK, which is in a bad time slot in the US, but prime time in the UK. 205 Live lags behind the other shows, but it's clear the Wednesday block is carrying the network and people watching very little else these days in any significant numbers. I would think that if it stays in this area, if it stays even in the top 7 to 8, as long as it doesn't fall the top 10, they'll probably keep it where it is.
Yeah, I just thought maybe
if NXT,
if they use it as the follow-up to NXT, because NXT is their most.
Yeah, I agree. It would be smart to do that.
And if they won't be able to carry over to watch 205 Live, that'd be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Mr. Forbes, you sort of talked about it yesterday with Mayhem, but what about Aiden English becoming a Marty Scurll villain type character? I don't know. Marty is such a singular.
Marty does that so well himself.
Individual character.
Yeah.
Because I like what Aiden English is doing right now. I think he's establishing his own thing.
Yeah, but did you watch SmackDown?
No.
3-minute probably blow off match with Rusev.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're going to do much more with that, dude.
That's SmackDown not very good.
That's
this week?
why we were talking about it. No. It was like I compared it kind of to like a so-so episode of NXT. Where they had one match that was actually pretty good, which was Ray versus Miz, because Ray's back, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ray, Adam AM correctly identified that Ray has sort of an attitude where there's 0 Fs, which is fun, because he was on the Miz show, and I cracked up. He said, I thought I was coming back here to wrestle, not to be on some dusty-ass talk show. He called it dusty. So yeah, it was kind of a clunker.
That's a bummer. Josh Little, what do you think Ono did, or is Nikki just crazy? Was Nikki accusing Ono of doing something?
I didn't read that into it, but I kind of half paid attention at that point.
Oh, all right.
I thought she was just coming out to announce the Alistair thing.
Gotcha.
But he did get a haircut. He chopped his hair a little bit. Just a little bit. It was not like short.
Right. Austin Luff, where does Johnny Saint rank in the power rankings of WWE general managers?
Unknown. At this time.
Too small of a sample size.
Well, okay, for one thing, if he's the one behind giving Noam Dar a title shot, it's not doing great.
Yeah, I mean, the number 1 contender match for 2 guys who already lost their first title opportunities.
And here's another thing. Regal, whenever he scolds somebody, he does it in front of everybody. I don't like this go to my office thing. I want to see them get scolded.
No.
So not huge so far.
Wayne Maker says, all United Kingdom venues are theaters, not arenas, designed for gigs, not graps. We are the equivalent to one tiny U.S. state. Perspective, please. Wankers.
Appreciated. Absolutely. But I've seen Progress shows where there's people on every side of the ring.
Could just be a different way the theater's laid out.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
Look, I think it's a great looking venue. I just noticed a couple times it was kind of awkward. It was like on that episode of Impact when Fabi Apache was trying to look at the crowd and Josh Matthews had to keep on awkwardly turning around to the camera. And Dakota Kai kind of did that. She was like, I want to talk to these people over there.
We got some Patreon questions.
Brother Rook, the positive friendo. What's more likely to happen? Nikki going to NXT UK and be saved, or to SmackDown with Sanity and be forgotten? What? Sorry? SmackDown with what?
There's a third option. She just stays on NXT for a while. So I'd feel like if she went to NXT UK based on how long she's been in NXT and what she's managed to accomplish. Exactly.
That's a step down. No, she needs to go to SmackDown. Forget Sanity. Who cares about that? Just be your own person. Or Raw. SmackDown.
Then you run the risk of her just getting joined back up with Sandy and being kind of not on TV.
Also forgot to mention this. Bianca Belair was yelling at William Regal before the Undisputed Era showed up because she wants a title shot.
Oh.
Because she is undefeated. And she was clapping at him, too.
She's great.
She is great.
She's amazing.
I don't want to be clapped at, though. Please don't clap at me. Scott Gigney, here's some perspective on Eddie Dennis. How good are the Eddie Dennis promo segments on NXT UK? He's a top wrestler, and having met him and talked to him at length, he deserves all the success that comes his way. Prepare for something special.
Cool.
I think that's fantastic. I can't wait to see it. I really hope they bring him in as disgruntled guy who gave up on his dream.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. That'd be interesting.
I mean, it's just interesting that they take that, like, so the history we've had from his character so far is that he stopped and decided to pursue a career in education.
Yeah.
That's what we've been given.
Yes.
Because I'm not familiar with him. It's interesting they took that route as opposed to, you know, I've been busting my butt and I haven't gotten the same opportunities as they. Something like that, something else.
Yeah.
Something like, I'm the guy who's been working in the UK doing this.
No, I like that they're doing this stuff where it's like, oh, I allowed this at one time pursuit to pass me by to take the safe route.
I like it too because it might be fodder for good comedy.
Exactly.
I'm just curious as to why they're taking that approach and not something else.
I mean, because it's something you don't really see all that often.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Something different.
That could be. That could be. Let's see here. No. James Fletcher, how would you book Matt Riddle once he makes his NXT TV debut? It seems like they're obviously going with Cassius Ohno, but
I mean, Matt Riddle books himself, man. You just keep the same character, keep what works with him. And
I can't think of a better. Do you think their match is going to be a takeover match?
I hope so, because that'd be awesome.
Boy, they could steal that show.
Oh, heck yeah, man.
In a heartbeat.
Heck yeah.
In a heartbeat. Cassius Ohno's been back in NXT for
more than a year.
More than a year. Did he? And I know Matt Riddle. He hasn't been wrestling that long. Did they? They probably wrestled on the independent scene, right?
I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either. But I'll have to look into it.
Let's see here.
Whoops.
Ryan Rugani kind of has the same question about Nikki Cross. What do you think they will do with her? Will they put her with Sanity?
I hope not.
I would suspect if and this might be looking way too far ahead. If Fox wants more of a sports presentation, they might kick her to Raw.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It'd be interesting if they shuffled the rosters to accommodate that. So we have,
if they want
like
Nakamura.
I mean, you'd have to have Lesnar or Lashley.
Rousey would need to be on SmackDown.
You would have Joe. I mean, you have the pure wrestlers, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, Aleister Black would be a SmackDown guy because he's more of a
kickboxer. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Whether they mean just more sports, more of like a sports presentation, or more of a sports focused show.
Right.
There's a difference there.
Yeah.
Like we have sideline interviews.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Isaac M. Watching Adam Cole's facial expressions when Bobby hit EC3 with the chair were priceless. Yeah, Adam Cole's really into that. That being said, is Bobby Fish becoming the wild card in the Undisputed Era? Both Adam and Kyle called him a psycho, and Roddy almost looked scared of him. I think that's the direction they're going with him.
Yeah, seems like it.
Which is good, which is really good. It's better than the Brick Tamlin of the Undisputed Era. Therith Abada, in kayfabe, why was Aleister Black wearing his ring gear when he showed up at NXT when he wasn't even scheduled to be there?
Because later on the night of the tapings, maybe he is scheduled to be there.
Oh.
I know it's not kayfabe.
But that's not kayfabe. That's just what he wears. That's not his ring gear.
Given he was attacked when he was wearing civilian clothes.
That's a good point.
He is always prepared
He needs to know
for action.
He needs everybody to know he's always ready to go. He's the walking, living embodiment of the hardcore rule.
Waymaker, Eddie's match at Wembley. Tables go into biz for themselves.
Oh.
The table not break for him?
Yeah, no, okay, I'm thinking of something else, but that could be the tables just didn't break.
Could be.
There was some sequence that I saw, I think Matthew from Botchamania tweeted, there was like some match recently, I don't think it was that one, it might have been that one, where they were doing everything, like somebody came off like, it was that match. That's funny. I think Mark Andrews came off like a super tall ladder onto this table, probably on Eddie Dennis, and it didn't break. It just sort of scooted out from under them. Nightmare. I like when things come together.
Yes, yes.
When it's all put together. And here's the thing. For people that want to get in the comments and start shitting on us saying, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You're right.
Yeah.
We're not fully educated on everything in wrestling.
No, we can't watch everything.
And that's part of the joy of doing this is that we get exposure to stuff that we haven't seen before,
Yes. Agreed.
Let's see here. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of one of the cool things about, you could argue it's a positive about WWE signing all these names, is that then it's like, oh, I want to now know more about this guy. What's his history? Oh, he wrestled this guy and that guy.
Exactly.
Let's see here. All right. No, never mind. Devin Panzarella just had a scary thought. What if Ronda loses the title at Evolution with the help of Stephanie McMahon? That's not scary to me. I think that would be great.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. I'm just saying, if presented as an option, I think it'd be fantastic because I want to see that. I want to see titles move around.
I know. Titles should be used in storyline.
Because here's the thing. You're right. We're not going to see that, and we know we're not going to see that.
No, not at all.
We know for a fact we're not going to see that. That's what the bummer is about.
It's a real bummer.
Why it's a bummer,
man.
It's like a bummer, man.
It's a bummer, man.
Let's see here. Last one. Tim Spulak. If Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal was on WWE TV, what matches would you like to see, and what would they actually be?
It'd probably be something like Hell in a Cell, Falls Count Anywhere. Give me 3 stages of Hell. Give me that one.
Okay, yeah, that's good. What about Raven's 7 Circles of Hell match that never happened? He pitched that, and then they were trying to, they were doing some of it on Heat, and then they just stopped it.
Oh, yeah. Gosh.
What about Raven?
Yeah.
Waymaker, one last super chat here. He said, I was there. They didn't break. It was brilliant. Awesome. Very cool. I know. I got to check it out. I really want to. Everything of Progress that I've seen, I really love.
Yeah. And the show we went to was a great time.
Oh, man. It was fantastic. Anyways, there's some music for you. Thanks so much for tuning in, patrons. We got a post show coming up for you right now. Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.